Your practice routine sucks, coach. You know it. Your players know it. Let's give you some pointers on how you can fix it. Hey guys, Chris Sloan here with Bad Baseball and SelectBaseballTeams.com. If you're new to the channel, I'd love for you to take a minute and subscribe to the channel and come back each week and check out the topics we discuss. Also, be sure to check out our website, SelectBaseballTeams.com, where we help players and teams get connected in their area and across the country. Okay, so this week we're going to talk about baseball practice, and it's really kind of geared for guys who are new to coaching or maybe haven't had as much experience. They've been thrown into a T-ball team, a 6U, 8U, whatever. You're now kind of new and trying to learn the ropes and taking over a team and really don't have a lot of experience. And so I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do today that should help you be a better coach and run a more efficient practice and really kind of get the kids to stay engaged and take on what you're trying to teach them there. Okay? Number 1, break your practice down into stations. So that's pretty easy when you're doing hitting and that sort of thing, but the reality is you want to have different stations for the kids to do different activities, especially the younger ages. It helps them stay focused, keeps them in smaller groups, and ultimately will help you be much more efficient. A good example would be if you're doing hitting drills, I would recommend having a tee station where they're hitting off of a tee, a soft toss station, and then a station where they're actually doing live batting practice from someone pitching to them, right? So it gives you an opportunity to break them down into 3 different groups. You know, it could be 3 players, 4 players, 5 players in each of the groups, again, depending on the size of your team. But ultimately, as they go through, they'll be able to get a greater number of reps and in that time period, and ultimately you'll be able to get more out of practice, more so than if you were to just have, say, all 9 to 15 of your players line up and one of them hit and the next kid hit and the next kid hit. It's really not a very efficient way to get those kids through practice, right? So you want to basically get them as many reps as possible. Number 2, if you've already done and broke them out into segments or stations there, the next thing you want to do is really focus on your time management, right? So you've only probably got an hour, maybe 2, somewhere in between, right, to get everything that you need to do done. So make sure that you plan your time wisely. Let's say you've got to work on hitting, fielding, pitching, and other drills that you might want to focus on. You spend, say, 15 minutes time for each. If you've got 3 stations, you're going to want to keep an eye on the clock and have them rotate every 5 minutes so that they're maximizing the time and effort. Again, it goes back to, especially with those younger kids, now what you're able to do is keep them focused for a short period on one thing, give them a mental break for a few seconds, they run over, do something else. While they're still doing the activities you want, it's keeping them from getting distracted and bored because they've been doing the same exact thing for 45 minutes or more, right? And so any of the other piece is obviously just an increase in reps that they can get. Number 3, the last piece is use the competitive nature of your players to your advantage. Make the games and make competitions out of the things that you're doing, right? So if they're going to be hitting the ball, hey, the team that hits the most balls into the outfield or hits the fence the most, or the team that catches the most fly balls, or the team that fields and makes the most out, whatever that drill or segment is, you know, keep some sort of small tally so that at the end of the day, you can reward the team that did the best with, you know, hey, they don't have to do a certain drill, or they get, you know, some snack or a sticker or whatever, right? I mean, again, obviously that's going to be an age-appropriate type thing, but, you know, these rules, I mean, they're going to start early, but if you really follow baseball at all, you'll see that efficient practices are run in this way up through the professional level. They, you know, guys don't want to spend countless hundreds of hours doing the exact same thing. Nobody does, right? We even at work or your job, you probably try and break things down because ultimately, if you're doing the exact same task, it gets really mundane. So again, across all levels, coaches will break practices down into segments, maybe not 5 minutes. It could be half an hour and so forth. But at the end of the day, it really will run their entire baseball career. So hopefully those 3 tips will help you out. Again, that's break your practice down into stations, manage your time and keep track of that, and as well make it a competition for your players so they'll get the most. If you're new to the channel, I want to thank you for tuning in today. Obviously, we'd love to have you subscribe to the channel down below and click on the bell icon so you get notices of all of our new videos. As well, there's some links down in the description below for opportunities that we have with our Select Baseball Team site for coaches. You can check some of those out and find a little bit more about selectbaseballteams.com and actually what we do there. As well, be sure to check out some of the videos over here to my left. There's other videos and some of our other latest videos that you can check out and learn a little bit more. Thanks for checking us out this week, and we'll see you guys next week.